Hey, Shuderick here. I got a brief minute to actually make a real video over the class tuning that was posted, and let me get into this. So, as mentioned in the other video, if you watch that, and if not, Havoc got a 5% or a buff. Honestly, I'm surprised this is the way they went. Very happy this is the way they went. I think for Mythic Plus, this puts us in an incredible spot. There is still the issue that Arcane Mage was not nerfed, and Arcane is the number one thing that Havoc is in competition against because we kind of do the same thing. But I don't think that's bad because we fit different comps, or at least can fit different comps. And it's not like you're banned from playing Havoc and Arcane together. But I do think with a 5% aura buff that we're probably just like, I would say we're just S tier now too. Previously Arcane was kind of considered the only DPS that was in that window, so I think we could be really happy with that as is. There are other changes, and most notably, Frost Death Knight got nerfs. They're specifically targeting single target, so in M+, they're still going to do a lot of AoE, however, this does still nerf them in Mythic Plus and in Raid. To speak on Havoc and Raid, by the way, the 5% I think puts us like maybe middle of the pack at best. So we're not going to be down horrendous or anything, but it's not going to be life changing. And like make us really OP in Raid. We're going to be like decent in Raid, and it just in M plus with how we're currently designed and tuned. This is very good for Mythic Plus. Next, Feral Druid changes, just some small buffs. I don't know shit about Feral Druid, I'm going to be honest with you. BM got their 2-piece nerfed. Their 2-piece was incredibly strong. What's really awkward about this is Hunters just found out that Marksman is significantly better than BM yesterday because 4G went through and fixed their sims, which were running the entirely wrong setup into APL, and Marksman gained 10% DPS, so maybe a bit of sandbagging. Maybe people overlooked it. Probably a bit of sandbagging. So kind of weird that BM just caught a nerf now that they weren't going to be playing it, but kind of makes sense if they target the 2-piece, but you'd think they'd buff back the 4-piece or something. For Mage, Frost Mage did get a 3% nerf, and what this does mean is if you do play Havoc and Arcane, you feel that you have too much funnel and like too much prio and not enough AoE now, I think you for sure play the Havoc as Felsguard and the Mage as Arcane, as opposed to swapping the Mage to Frost and playing Eldrazi Havoc. But again, just kind of like minor things here and there. Mistweaver got a small damage nerf. There was more buffs to Enhancement Shaman to go on top of the other buffs that were previously put in. This is probably not enough to make much of a difference, since Stormstrike is just outside of Ascendance, where Windstrike was previously buffed. It's a bit of Tempest damage and Alley Blast damage. This is not going to account for too much, but probably nice that they are getting a small buff. And then there are Warlock nerfs. Demonology was by far the #1 tuned raid spec, like ungodly good. And they also nerfed Destruction. So, in general, nice tuning pass all the way through, and as Havoc Demon Hunters, we are eating fucking good. I think we're going to be incredibly good for Mythic Plus because of this, and again, in Raid, kind of like middle of the pack, which is not a bad spot to be. And that doesn't mean that, you can't beat other people. Balance is pretty close in general. It's just, we're definitely not in the overpowered range for Raid, while in Mythic Plus, I feel like we're in an incredibly good spot with very good damage profile. Our survivability works pretty well for how the season works. At the high end, if it gets really one-shotty, we might see some struggles and have to figure some stuff out. But I'll keep you all updated on that. So, thank you for watching the video. That's everything that I had to go over. If you want to keep up to date with Havoc Demon Hunter, I appreciate a like on the video and following my channel, and you can see me in the next one. Have a good one. Bye for now.